we're coming to our final, very final Web and Mobile Design and Development Capstone event. Some of you might already know that the program has come to an end after 10 years due to different policies, all kinds of things we can talk about another day. But we're here not to dwell too much about the end of this program. We really want to celebrate these last 10 years, these students who are here, these 3 projects, all the different lives that we've been able to instruct, reach, and impact over these last 10 years. And part of that celebration is our panel today, which are now are not only our alums, but they are our industry alums, and they're here to do what they were, the opposite of what they were doing when they were students, to give feedback to our panelists, and we're always thankful so much to them for doing that, usually in our project too, but here in our capstone because we want to make this all about WMDD. All right, so we are a little bit behind because of the food. You know, everyone always wants to get our food, but we'll stay on track. We'll get us as close to the time as we can. All right, so I always like to begin with our recognition of the Langara College and as well here at Baskin in Vancouver, that we are located and gathered on the traditional ancestral unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam nations. So a little bit about our program, and even though it is ending, it was very, very celebrated, very exciting, and very successful over the last 10 years. The Mobile Design and Development Program at Langara was a post-degree program for those, whether they weren't in tech industry prior or not. They came and they were able to learn new skills, upgrade new skills, whatever it may be from their prior degrees, and then advance into industry and the different pathways that they have chosen. We have our leadership team here in the back. We think we can get away from David Wright, Spencer Dade, and Jason Bedard, I see over there. Our there we go, good waves, thank you. Yes, absolutely. Our division chair and our coordinator, of course, guiding us through the last 10 years of this program. All right. So a little bit of reflection on the program itself. 10 years is a long time. A lot can happen, a lot of nothing can happen, but we made a lot of stuff happen, I would like to say. So in the last 10 years, and this was even prior to my beginning at this within this faculty, we've had over 140 different web projects, which are Project 2 projects, and our capstone event tonight, over 120 of them, because the teams often have to be a little bit larger, and we have a lot more technical kind of hurdles to overcome, so to speak. So mobile is always a little bit more challenging, but a huge amount of achievement over these last 10 years to celebrate all of our students, many of who are here as our alums and who will be entering the industry soon. So let's give a little round of applause to those who are here, those who have been here, to a very successful program. So also a little bit different from our past events is a shout out to all past and present faculty, many of whom I do not actually know, but many of them who are here. So for our faculty, a quick wave, many in the audience. They're over there in the corner somewhere. This program cannot happen without them. One of the big impacts of our program have been the instructors coming directly from industry like myself. My background in software, design, development, over many years and other industries. Each of us brought our unique kind of perspective, our history, our knowledge, and our experience in industry to the classrooms, and we try to continue what we have learned and what we would like to encourage our students to do an industry shift in industry and improve industry, of course, because we're always trying to make things better every year, every project that we can. So huge shout out to those who helped make this program so successful over the years, and it's always great to get that recognition for them, teaching and touching all these students' lives. Shout out to our host today, Faskin. The Wi-Fi is working, thank you. So yes, always get the Wi-Fi working. But Faskin has been very great to support us multiple times over our kind of years in our presentations, giving some space to host these events. We always like to host our Capstone events, especially off-site. We want to have this downtown to be more immersed in kind of the core in the industry space, and make it a little bit more special for our students and everyone in attendance. So thank you to Faskin for doing this, and thank you to all of you, of course, for coming in and joining us for this final presentation. Much appreciated. So a bit about Capstone. It is for the final term, the fourth term for our students. It's their third project that they do as a team. And one of the different things that happens in Capstone is that all the students that we're presenting today, they only have one class that they do together. When they start together as a group. They slowly divide into their chosen pathways, into development, into design, and then they kind of reunite in their project classes. We have an integrated project in their third term, a little bit of hybrid web. We have their database-driven project, their responsive web projects in their third term, and then finally this term, their Capstone project. But as they get to their fourth term, they divide it more and more in their own kind of respective focus. So we only have this one class where they collaborate, they communicate, they work together to put these projects together. And I do like to emphasize that because it is a very short amount of time that they have spending time directly face to face. And those of us who, especially now in industry, we know that that can have an impact on how your workflow is, your progression, your communication. So it was a very short time. Each time they have to start a brand new project. They have to come up with a new idea. Someone vets it is me. But we want to make sure not just that it's something that is viable, but something that's viable in the time. We want them to conceptualize it, research it, understand the market, and then make sure we can build out some of these features to a minimum viable product within that 13-week timeline. So this 13 weeks may seem like it is enough time, but if those of us who are the audience students, was it very much time? They could have used another 3 months, I'm sure. More features on there. But this is part of the process. This is part of the process to get that MVP out, to show industry, look at what we can do in such a short time, and not only they can show this off as their Capstone project, they can show off their prior 2 projects also. So we're not only having them build these things live and be able to showcase to you in the audience, but they will be able to showcase to industry in their interviews and similar kind of events. So the culmination of this final term, we have a little bit smaller cohort, but we made 3 very, very fun projects. One of these projects especially was one that was pitched to me so many times over the years, but finally with the support of AI, of course everyone wants to shout AI to their project, but finally with a little bit of AI, a strategic placement of AI in some of these projects. We made a lot of these ones, including this one today that's been pitched many times. We made it work because we need to have different kind of technologies available to us, which is always quite cool to see. So a lot of time in the classroom, a lot of time outside the classroom, possibly too much time outside the classroom working together, but I see a couple nods out there. But they made it happen, and we've got 3 projects that are not just visual prototypes. These are code-driven projects. They worked on these, they put the time in, the sweat, the tears, all that good stuff there to make these projects happen. So what you're seeing today, including possible bugs that come up, everything with this bugs, was built by the students themselves. The faculty like myself were there to guide their process. We do not work on it, we're there to facilitate it and help them through it. Everything you're seeing tonight was done by the students. So you're going to see lots about their tech, so I'll let them talk about tech and more about this. We have 3 projects tonight, and if you want, you can quickly grab the QR code. There are some on the sides of the room, there's some on the front, some on the outside. They will also be showcasing their URLs and their QR codes at the end of their presentations as well, so if you miss it here, no stress. But we have 3 very fun projects: FixBee, WaWa, and Curio. 3 very different projects, all have to follow the same kind of constraints. They must be on a mobile device, they must utilize mobile technology exclusively, and they have a fixed amount of technical and design specifications that we require them to fulfill. So 3 very fun projects, and we have 4 panelists. So I'm going to ask each panelist to come give a very short intro, if we don't mind. Would you like to start?
Hi everyone, my name is Kartavya Ghana. I am working as a full stack developer at Identos. I graduated from Langara back in December 2024, and WMDD really helps me to build the confidence and all the technical skills to land like multiple job offers right after graduating from Langara College. I wish you guys all the best for our presentation and looking forward to it. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Keita. I'm a software engineer at Bristol, and I also experienced all these projects, developing all these projects. So I understand how like difficult it is and how stressful it can be. But
Thank you.
but I hope to see like all the teams get a really wonderful presentation today, so looking forward to seeing you.
Hello everyone, my name is William. I'm a UX designer at BCI Rose, and I'm graduated back in December 2022, so that's far. Yeah, still remember a lot of faces, especially Thailand. That used to be my nightmare. Great instructor forever. Anyways, I understand the struggle you are having right now, and also assignment, I think. I used to stay here to present and with Valentina as well, and we're in the same team. So the struggle we have, but the assignment when we present and to show everybody else, like 13 weeks projects working on mobile phone and demo and live demos, so excited. So I wish everyone in here like have a wonderful presentation, enjoy that. If something error happen, it's okay. Yeah, we cannot completely deliver a very compact, completed thing for the demo, because in the real world, error must happen every day. Yeah. Right? Okay, give it up.
Hello everyone, my name is Mariella and I'm a senior UX designer at Snowpad. Really excited to see a lot of familiar faces here. Super excited to see your presentations and your demos, and I remember on our demo the Wi-Fi didn't work, so good thing we had a recording as backup. So just enjoy your last presentation and good luck. Looking forward to it.
Thank you to our panel. It's just extra cool to have our former students come and now they can share their stories, their kind of experience from leaving WMDD, entering industry, the ups and downs of industry as we've all kind of experienced, and then the nervousness of presenting, of course. But yes, let's have some great project presentations. Very excited to see what the students can share with you. I've seen a little bit of it, but I've been practicing with them for weeks. Maybe a bit in their nightmares, I'm not sure. But I'm very excited for 3 very fun projects. So let's get to these projects. The first project will be FixBee. It will be FixBee, and I do have to ask you. Just a quick reminder, if you have your phone on, if you please turn it off. Just be respectful for our presenters, of course. But I can invite the FixBee team up. Come on up, and then we'll get started.
Need help with a home repair? Meet FixBee. Start by scanning the problem and let FixBee analyze it. Once the issue is detected, FixBee explains the problem, its possible cause, severity level, estimated repair cost, and recommended next steps. For low-risk repairs, check the required tools and follow simple step-by-step DIY instructions. For serious or high-risk repairs, explore nearby experts and send, quote, requests directly through FixBee. For your home repairs, get FixBee today. FixBee, buzzing solution for your home.
Hello, I'm Anmol, a full stack developer and the product manager of the team FixBee. So what is FixBee? FixBee is a smart home repair assistant application that aims to help homeowners and renters to identify small to medium-sized repair issues and provide a list of related service providers nearby. The application would assist users while taking a needed repair photograph and would provide smart features such as smart analysis, having root cause of the issue, estimated repair time, cost range, DIY guidance, service providers, recent scans, and simple could add options like mail. Now, I would like to indulge you all on our journey of FixBee. First, the challenges. Through user research and analysis, we found that home repairs can be confusing and time-consuming. People may not know what the issue is, how urgent it is, or which professional to look at. Even with advent of AI tools and search engines, users still have to interpret advice and find someone reliable. In some cases, they may even delay the repair or by themselves try to fix risky issues related to plumbing, electrical, gas, or structural, which can make the situation even worse. Thus, as a solution, we try to bring the entire process into one simple flow, FixBee. Inside the application, the user would get smart assistance while taking a needed repair photograph, and the application's smart analysis would try to identify the issue, recommend the next step, do it yourself, or connect with professionals. If a professional help is needed, FixBee will connect the user to the relevant nearby service providers and will help to send a complete quote request in the form of mail. Thus, instead of searching across multiple platforms, users can move from problem to action in one application. Comparing with existing competitors, Thumbstack and TaskRabbit, FixBee is the only solution that combines AI photo detection, DIY guidance, repair cost and time estimates. This gives users a more complete decision-making experience before they contact a professional. Now next, Kumara will walk you through the demo.
Thank you, Anmol. Hi everyone, my name is Kumara Swami. I'm a lead full stack developer for FixBee. Let's start with a quick question. How many of you ever looked at a leaky faucet and thought, I can probably fix that? Yeah, we've all been there. Honestly speaking, most of the time it's ended up as a disaster or turns out to be an expensive call for the professionals. That's exactly why we built FixBee. Now, let me demonstrate the application with two users' perspectives. One, a brand new user and an established user. Let's sign up with a new user. Let's use Google Sign-in to skip all the hassle. Okay. This way we can reduce the remembering one password. As you can see, the application then informs the user about a small onboarding journey. The first one talks about finding the problem, the second one, getting smart solution, and the third one, getting help from the experts. Then we can provide the current location. Since we are in Vancouver, let's select Vancouver. With the initial setup done, now we are on our application's home page. Let's start with analyzing few images. We can use the built-in camera feature to analyze some issues. The application gives you tips of how to capture the best image. Let's click scan now. It also guides the user to capture the image perfectly. Once we are good with the results, we can capture it. The preview looks good, let's send it for analysis. While this is happening, our smart animation lets the user know that we are analyzing this issue. We are using OpenAI to analyze these issues. As you can see, it doesn't just say it's broken. It gives you detailed analysis report and also steps and actions that need to be performed on this issue. It also gives you a clear label stating the current risk level. This has been identified as low risk, and it also gives you the estimated cost and the time that need to be invested to fix this issue. Since this has been identified as a low risk issue, let's go with DIY. It gives you tools that are required to fix this issue and the steps that we need to perform to fix this issue. As we are doing each step, we can mark them as done. Let's assume we are doing each step, and once we are done with each step, we can complete this repair by saying DIY done. Good job, we are done with our first repair. Now let's switch to an established user and see what changes. Let's log out and use the same Google sign-in method to sign in the different accounts. I don't need to remember any passwords. I'm bad at remembering passwords. Yeah. Let's now, till now we are analyzing easy issues which are easy to fix in our homes. Let's analyze a different issue which is a little hard for us to fix. The capturing process remains exactly the same.
Oh my gosh, Curio.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. This one I don't even want to say. Let's see. Let's send it to analysis. As I mentioned, we have tried our AI on various plumbing related issues that we have available online. We personalizing it continuously. Our AI is evolving on various issues and we are correcting its behavior. As you can see that it's returned this risk level as medium. That is something where, since you notice the corrosions. Since this is, and everything remains the same. Since this is been identified as a medium risk issue, let's take help from the experts. Find experts. The application then provides the top rated service provider nearby your current location. Let's select the top 3, since all of them are mostly 5 stars. Now, it asks for the location where the repair needs to be happening. Since it's at the current location, let's assume that and use current location feature. We can schedule it today evening. So, first, this is a preview of an email that we are going to send to the professionals requesting this service. It also attaches an issue report and the images that we captured during this process. Let's import first. Good. Now, let me show you the email how it looks. This is the report analysis that we have attached, which will be sent to the professionals. We are proud to say that we have received a reply from one of the professionals during our testings. Let's also try furthermost issues which are very serious and complicated. Okay, let me use the camera picture. Let's see if there is. This looks completely fine. Let's see what it's gonna look like. It looks good. Let's send it. As you can see, our AI has analyzed this as no issues. It's clearly visible for us, but since it already. We can also notice there is a notification on top. This notification is requesting the user to select the service provider if he received any reply that we have sent previously. Let's assume we have received a reply from Main Street Plumbing. We can confirm the provider. We are good. Once the provider arrives at our home and fixes this issue, we can mark this as complete. Once we mark this as complete, it asks for the feedback for the service that we have done right just now. Since, let's assume it's done good and let's submit 5 stars for this feedback. This helps our application to improve the service providers and experience for the users. Finally, FixBee combines smart image analysis, DIY solutions, and also professional help into one single application to use. The goal isn't just to say it's broken, it's to help the user get informed decisions and complete safe repairs with confidence. Thank you everyone. Let's move to the tech stack that helps this happen.
Thank you, Let's move to the tech stack of the FixBee. Before delving into design and development stack, the other tools that we have used are Slack for communication between team members, Jira for task management, and finally the GitHub as a version control system for the application. For the design stack, we have used Figma and Adobe tools such as Illustrator and After Effects, which designers use to build logos, low-fidelity wireframes, mockups, prototypes, and such like. For the development stack, the major technologies used are React Native, Xcode, Node.js, Express, and MongoDB. The other technologies will be demonstrated in the following architecture slide. Through guidance of Benazir and Tyler, FixBee follow this architecture. What makes our architecture unique is how we balance low latency and high reliability through caching, two core API layers, and smart fallback framework. If we focus on our two internal APIs, the former business directory service, which utilizes Google Places API to provide location-based service providers, which is backed by SQLite cache for maximizing retrieval speeds and minimizing external network requests. For the latter, image processing API uses two-tiered framework for providing smart resistance and smart analysis. The resistance is primarily provided through YOLO's object detection, while its fallback being OpenCV. For the analytical response, we are doing heavy reasoning to OpenAI GPT 4.0, while its fallback being Llama 3.2. The management of user session is being handled through Redis. Finally, our whole application is deploying on our master server, AWS, while the backup being on FixBee. Next, Pritha would walk you through the design choices.
Our design process followed a structured 12-week UX workflow. We started with user research, such as surveys and interviews, user journey map, personas, and user flow. Once after gathering the insights from these research methods, we developed low to mid fidelity wireframes, explored the design concept, and developed high fidelity mockup screens. Finally, we tested, refined, and delivered the final product. This flow shows the core FixBee user experience. Our smart assistant analyzes the issue and identifies the problem. If the issue is low to medium risk, users can either follow the DIY instructions provided by our application or can also send codes up to 5 service providers all in a simple few steps. After defining the user flow, we developed low to mid fidelity wireframes to plan the layout, navigation hierarchy, and also information hierarchy. Once the wireframes were finalized, we developed high fidelity mockup screens by applying the visual identity across all the screens. For our branding, we chose a bee-inspired identity because B symbolizes speed, efficiency, and teamwork. These are the qualities which we actually wanted our FixBee to reflect. For the typography, we used Fredoka for the logo and Rubik throughout our application because of its clean and highly readable interface. We also developed custom line icon set to maintain consistency across the screens. Along with that, we also created a custom bee mascot featuring 4 different expressions. These expressions are used throughout on onboarding, issue analysis, and success pop-up screens. For the color palette, we used vibrant honey yellow for energy and action, warm brown for trust and reliability, and also we used white, black, and cream to bring harmony to our screen. Our UI kit includes reusable components such as headers, navigation bars, navigation buttons, category cards, input fields, and DIY guidance elements. By creating these standardized components, we ensured a consistent user experience across all the screens. In the future, we plan to add a dedicated dashboard for service providers and also smart home integration for early issue detection and proactive maintenance. Finally, we would like to recognize the team behind FixBee. We are 3 designers, Ankit and myself Tirtha as co-lead, along with Mekhala. We worked closely with our amazing developers team, Anmol, who is also the project manager, along with lead full stack developer Kumaraswamy, along with other full stack developers Dalvin, Amritpal, and Deep. Thank you for your time and attention. If you are looking for UI UX designers or full stack developers, we are ready to join your team and happy to get connected. You can also explore more about our FixBee app by scanning the QR code given here. Thank you so much. Thank you again.
We have our panel now give them some feedback on the design and development. Who would like to start?
Hi team, well done. I really like the idea And couple of things I liked about your project is that you guys are using Curio for object detection, right? And especially Redis, because in the industry we use different strategies to save cache, reduce latency, and all the other strategies. And just one thing, are you guys hosting WaWa on your local machine or on the meta servers?
Currently, we are doing it on the local machines. The plan is, if any organization that wants to take this one and they don't want to depend on the rate limit or the tokens, they can use the they can install this local element. Everything is set up for the backend. It's only the installation of LLM so that they can start using the services, and for that will be automatically triggered if the tokens received. The max token limit is reached.
That makes sense. But I love the fallback idea. If OpenAI gives you a 501 or some error, then you have WaWa for the backup. And I like the mascot as well. It's really good. Yeah. Good job, team.
Thank you.
First, great job. I personally have a lot of like issue with in my apartment. It happens. I think some more issue that happens a lot. So I think it will be really helpful for me as well. And I think one thing that looks great about the design is that I really love the overall honeycomb branding. It looks really distinct. And for one thing I want to ask was that can you like explain a little bit more about like how you utilize the SQLite on top of the MongoDB in backend?
Yeah, actually, we are trying to cache the service providers according to the location when the user signs up or whether they allow us to use the location of that file. So we try to map out on the SQLite cache, SQLite DB, which is lives on the user's device. And then instead of trying to get from the MongoDB, they try to get from the SQLite, which is living inside the user's phone memory. So that's, we have no latency at all. So either if their Wi-Fi is off, even then they can get the service provider's results. So that was the whole idea. So we were thinking of making it offline app even if the user is not online. So they can use our app still to detect issues and get connected with service provider.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to work in an offline environment and have a better cache speed for cache as well. Yeah, great work.
Great presentation and demo. Yeah, for the design part, I think the team has done a completely full process, and this industry ready process as well. I realized we walked through some user research talking about the persona, and we have two different personas. One persona focus on kind of the senior user. So you guys consider about the accessibility when they're using it. And for those person, I think some people they have low visibility. So I would recommend us to have, instead of using the phone, those person maybe they have some typical they're not tech savvy, so they could struggle with that. So some additional function like voice assistant, or what happens if the camera features fail. So we could think about that. And one thing I would like to have is let them take more pictures rather than one. AI will analyze from different angles with the issue, so they will generate a more accurate instruction for them to fix.
So when at the end there is an email section where user can add more images, whatever they want. Yeah, additional images if whatever they want.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You have a plan.
Yeah.
Yes, overall, like the design, I think you guys also build a design system as well. So that's a very essential for the developer to reuse that and follow that as well. One thing I haven't seen is like the usability testing. Like you guys mentioned that, but I'm curious, like what's the impact from the usability testing result? That's like you come up with the final version. That's when you, I think this is just based on my personal experience. When we bring the project so when we show the project to our future employer, like in the interview, so they would love to learn more about that. So we should show some before after integration version and what the impact that. So that is something like you could think about and to make your portfolio much more stronger. Yes, the final thing is like you could think about the monetization models, like is it a freemium or have could like we run the business like charging the user for both sides for like commission or something, like you could think about that to run the business for long term. Building trust for both sides, for how the customer they trust the plumber. This also essential you should think about. Like I see the rating, but like I haven't seen like if the user they can see the rating from the plumber. That could be like because when we buying anything, for example on Amazon, we view the review, we read the feedback, and we show the rating as well. So that could be build trust between the customer and the plumbers. Yeah, that's my comment.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations. FixBee is a really great application. I really like the branding. I think your logo is really cute. I like how you use the hexagon as the icon as well. I think that's very creative. And great work on the demo, where the part it wasn't working and you were able to roll with it. Congratulations, really great. When you're presenting, especially in the problem area, sometimes it's great to create the story. So create a character for the persona, so it helps the audience kind of relate to the users that you're presenting. It's easier to follow the story. And in your visuals also, in your presentation, it would be great while you're talking that the visuals, the deck also reflects what you're saying. So it's easier to tell a story with visuals, with pictures. It's easier to follow as well. For the actual interface, I just think you could come up with another color maybe that will stand out from the yellow, because it's very yellow. When you have a call to action, you want it to stand out from the rest of the interface so that you train your users when they see that color, you click here. And in your call to action, you have DIY and professional. So when it's side by side, usually the main call to action is the right one. So it would be, if you think that you want to guide your users to click on the DIY, I think that makes sense. But when it's, when the severity is a bit higher, and you think, because you're presenting a very smart application, if you think that the severity is higher and it requires a professional, maybe change the hierarchy of the call to action to encourage them to click on contact a professional. But overall, I think it was great work on the presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, panel, for the feedback and the questions. Thank you, Team FixBee. If you didn't catch their QR code, you can also get it on the side of the room. All right, I'm going to invite the WaWa team to come up next.
Are you really going to hit snooze again and wake up to a total nightmare? Wake up. Scan it. Make it a habit. Find it. Get up. Hunt it down. You can shape habits as uni grows. By the time the alarm goes off, you're already wide awake. Start your best morning ever, like it's a game. WaWa. Ways to wake up. Check the link for more details.
One more time is stimulating what's going through someone's mind. Every time you hit the snooze button on their alarm and then realize they're already late. Then WaWa is made for mornings like these. What is WaWa? WaWa is a media challenge mobile alarm app that helps users build and overcome and build a reliable morning by turning their room into a visual search mission. Through smart image recognition, media randomization for the wake-up routine tracking, and assistance from WaWa's mascot, the user earns rewards as they build better habits to start their day. Continuously hitting snooze button is a very common challenge. The problem is that it doesn't help us feel more rested. Instead, it increases sleep inertia. And the tired feeling after wake-up, which decreases alertness, affect productivity, and can even cause us to miss some important appointments. Research shows that 41% Canadians experience sleep debt, and among university students, over 70% uses snooze function because they're worried about oversleeping. So we asked ourselves, how can we create an alarm that people cannot automatically turn off? Then came up with a solution, and that is WaWa, ways to wake up. During setup, the user registers the objects around their room. When the alarm goes off, WaWa randomly selects one of those objects, and to turn off the alarm, the user must physically get out of bed, select the correct objects, and scan it with the camera. But we also want WaWa to wake up to feel more rewarding, not just difficult. That's why WaWa includes a mascot called Uni. Every successful wake up helps Uni grow, and it turns wake up into a motivating routine instead of a frustrating one. Unlike existing apps that relied on these fixed challenges, WaWa uses users' own environment. And since the object is selected randomly, the user never knows what they need to find. And combining with Uni's reward system, WaWa doesn't just help users wake up, it encourages them to build a more lasting routine. And now, no more waiting. It's demo time. Hi, I'm Rika, a full-stack developer. Today, I'll show you how WaWa works.
And I'm Chisa, you're a UX designer. Today, I'll be existing user.
WaWa is an alarm app where you complete a scan mission to raise your mascot Uni. Chisa has been using WaWa for 2 months, but first, let's quickly see how a new user gets started. This video is speed up to save time, but it shows the full onboarding flow. When you first open WaWa, you can sign up with your email and password. A short walkthrough helps you to set up the app. Then you add 10 to 20 objects from your home. AI recognizes each object and suggests its name. So you don't have to type everything manually, which is pretty great, right? When the alarm goes off, WaWa randomly picks one of at least 10 objects. So you can't cheat by leaving one object beside your bed. We also care about your privacy. Every object photo stays inside WaWa, so it doesn't appear in your camera roll or in our database. Now you allow the notification and set the alarm. Once setup is complete, WaWa is ready to use. Now let's move into a live demo. You are now seeing Chisa's real phone mirrored on the screen. So let's take a peek into Chisa's daily routine.
Oh, I have an event tomorrow morning. I should add a new alarm on WaWa. Before setting, let me go to the tracking screen to check my streak and Uni's growth so far. Okay, Uni's evolution is almost there, and then my current streak is just 4 days. I hope to keep my streak tomorrow too. Anyway, I'm gonna add an alarm because I have a special event at Capstone. Yeah, I'm so excited, and but I'm so nervous. But I'm so anxiety to wake up. Now I'm adding. Good night, everyone.
In WaWa, you can set up the only 3 alarms. That may sound a little strict, but there's a reason. Our goal is to help you to build a reliable morning routine, not set thousands of alarms you just ignore. Chisa used to have 50 alarms and hit snooze over and over every morning. But with WaWa, she has to get up and find the object and scan it. Today's mission is about to start.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Let's start the mission. Starting for urgent way, I don't have an airport anymore. Let's change the mission object. Now the leaf grows and I find it. Let's scan it. Yes, success! I'm gonna share my progress on my own. Yes. Let's try again. I already wake up, but one more time. Yay! Success! Let's share
Because completed enough successful missions, Uni has now grown from baby Uni to child Uni. Now let's see how Chisa gets ready for the next morning.
Oh, I remember this morning I couldn't find the mobile charger. Let's check and organize my alert object on the object screen. So, bye, power bank. And I drank everything in the water bottle. Bye. And actually, I lost my compass card today. So, oops, it shows error since it doesn't meet the requirement of the object count. Now I need to change the object. I have the beautiful hand cream. Yeah, exactly, hand cream. And I needed to edit the alarm as well. I have a Tyler's class tomorrow, but class schedule has been changed. So let's edit. I love the Tyler's class. She totally loves the Tyler's class. And yeah, the alarm has been updated.
I'd like to share one biggest technical challenges we faced. So we had to make sure the alarm works even the app isn't open. So, but after a lot of testing, we made the WaWa work when the phone is on silent, or the volume is turned down, or the screen is off. Once mission starts, Chisa only has 3 chances to scan the correct object. If she gets failed, the mission fails. So. And today's alarm is about to leave.
Oh, everybody, I can't open my eyes, but I'm trying to do my best. This one? Oh my, but I have 2 more chances. Let go. Oh, I have 1 more chance, but still going. I missed 3 times. I didn't make it. But even when I failed a mission, searching for the object still helped me wake up. WaWa is helping me build a more reliable morning routine.
WaWa doesn't just ring alarm. It gives a user a reason to leave their bed. By tracking their progress and growing the Uni, users can stay motivated and create a healthier morning routine. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Bella. I'm full stack developer developer, I will presenting our tech stack and system architecture. For the project management, we use the Jira, Slack, Google Doc, and Google Drive. And for design, the team mainly use the Figma along with the Adobe tools and the Lottie for the animation. And on the development side, the front end built with the React Native and the native in for the styling, and React navigation for screen routing and the vision camera for the camera features. And also the React Native FS for the local file storage. And the backend powered by Node.js, Express.js, and hosted on Azure. And we use the MongoDB as our database. And for authentication, we use the JWT and Bravo for the email service like OTP verification. And for image recognition, we integrate the OpenAI Vision API. Now we are moving to the system architecture. The user interacted with our app WaWa on Android device. The front end sent the request to the backend, which run on the Node.js and Express.js by render, and it communicated with the MongoDB as our database. And for the authentication, the backend connect to the JWT and the Bravo to handle the secure login and also the email verification. And for the image comparison, the front end send the image directly to the OpenAI and then receive the result back. That's an overview of our tech stack and system architecture. Thank you.
Here's the design process. WaWa is short for Ways to Wake Up. It's a simple name that's easy to pronounce and remember, and its playful sound reflects a fun personality of our app. For typography, we chose Geologica because its numbers X height is perfectly readable, especially after the first moment after waking up. We use orange-black color palettes for our branding because it creates a strong visual contrast and make the brand easy to recognize. Our app icon only features the word WA logo bar, ensuring it stays clear even at small sizes. Why did we choose a sea urchin for a mascot? Imagine accidentally stepping on one. Its sharp spikes would definitely keep you awake and make it almost impossible to fall back asleep. That is exactly the feeling that we want WaWa to create. Wake-up feeling experience that is strong enough to get you out of bed, but represented in a fun way through a mascot. Our UI kit follows a playful design style with rounded components, and we make sure that they're interactive with users in the early morning. This is our usual flow. It is more than just a diagram. It reflects how we optimize every touch point to create the best possible experience. Our wireframes illustrates the basic layout and functionality before we move into visual design. We didn't just simply apply our branding to the mockups. We carefully consider how to apply it in a way that helps user to have the best comfortable experience.
Here's WaWa's roadmap, 3 categories: define, get smarter, and expand. Define with post-daily experience. Get smarter, WaWa evolved from alarm app into sleep designer. And expand, we scale our platform and connectivity. A shared bond of loving cute things and struggling to get out of bed, we build everything together. Our team consists of 3 logical and creative designers, and Cesar, and Curio, and Lara, and 4 persistent developers, Rico, Vera, Carlos, and Garfield. We take great pride in this group and the close collaboration we maintain throughout the project. Please explore more by scanning the QR code and visit our landing page, and let's connect with us on LinkedIn right now. We are so excited to contribute to UX UI design and full stack development. Thank you. Again, thank you so much, WMDD. Forever!
Congratulations, Team WaWa. I think this is the most
entertaining presentation I've ever seen. I think I was at your project 2 last term, and I remember your team also. So again, congratulations, really great presentation, very engaging. The demo in the beginning was a bit fast, but and it's understandable, it's just the setup. The gamification and the streaks are really great to improve your engagement. I think that's a really, really good feature. One feedback on improvement though, the photo, the target, when you're trying to complete the mission is a little bit small. Imagine you're just waking up. You're like 90% still not functioning. And I wear glasses, so I can barely see anything. So making it a little bit bigger would make it easier for users to understand what they have to do. It could be like half of the screen, and the other half would be the scanning area. And then when you're adding the targets, the objects, you're already creating a smart product, so it would be great to, when you scan, it would automatically detect what the product is, so users don't have to manually input the name. Yeah. So, and last, you have the gamification feature. It would be great if you put it on the first tab of your product, so that it would encourage users to maintain their streak and continue growing and engaging with me. But overall, great job.
Thank you so much.
Welcome everyone. I really like the presentation. Very thoughtful. For the design aspect, I really like the way you choose the typography and consider like when the user they wake up and the visibility is kind of blurry, and you need to choose like the font that's clear for them. That's the one thing I really like. Another thing is like for the gamification, I think that's a very, very, very entertainment, and then it's like you change all the sleeping, like waking up in real life behavior to something that could be addictive, right? So another thing that I would recommend is how could we improve, like how could we test with the user when they wake up, like let's say in the winter in the dark room. When they have to wake up, they have to open the light to check the camera, so they may feel annoying. So that time, so I think that could be something if we can say some story about how we tackle those scenarios, that could be a very good part for your portfolio as well. Another thing is for the color choice, I think I really like it. I think all of the 3 projects we have, all of the 3 teams, we have kind of harmonious color theme, right? Orange, warm colors, those kind of things, and greens. So I like that. One thing I think for the designer we could mention is when you choose the design, have the text color about the background, like how could you, like what did you consider color contrast ratio as well? Because that's also like a common question from the interviewers. Because designer also needs to consider WCAG like criteria as well. That's something I really like the future roadmap. That's to spread your product thinking as well. Very good job. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the wonderful presentation. So I really like the simplistic design. Also, I really love the mascot to me. It's really stands out. And for the feedback, First thing is when awarding, I think you have to like register 10 objects at first. I feel like that's going to be a little bit of friction for the user. So maybe you can start out with like a smaller amount of objects, and since you have like Baldur's Gate Edition, you can kind of start adding more objects later, so that you don't have to take the 10 object photos on the awarding process. I think that's one thing. And aside from that, I think other gamification part could add a little bit more like animation. And since we have all the mascots have different forms, having a little bit more animation that shows off those changes might make the user more entertained and engaged in the app. One thing since you guys mentioned about for the future you want to support iOS as well, but I think I haven't heard a bunch about the business side, but iOS users tend to like spend more money on the app. So I feel like since you're using the React Native, I think supporting iOS might be a great choice. So I think that will be great. Yeah, this is like I also gonna have sometimes like have issues with the getting out of bed. So if this will help me a lot. And thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good job. I really love the idea because my company is based in Toronto, so I have to start work by 6 a.m. and I set up like 10 alarms, like 5:30, 5:53, 5:59, and backup alarm 6:05. So I know that this is like a really good idea, and just to add all the objects and take the picture, go with it. I just have like, I'm curious about one thing. So at night, if I set all the alarms in your app, and usually I just turn off my data so that I won't receive any, messages from WhatsApp, Instagram, or all these things. So if I turn off my data, so you guys are using OpenAI API to get the object detection, right? So if the data is off, then the app is like crashed, or like how does you handle that edge case? Like if the data is off, usually people turn off their net at night.
So we are thinking to like implement YOLO also in the upcoming features that we're gonna add. Right now it's gonna take the help from the OpenAI only. So you need to like turn on the internet, and that's how it's gonna work. But it's gonna wake you up, like the alarm's gonna work, but the comparison part, it's gonna need the OpenAI for that.
Then maybe you can add a note in your onboarding that you have to turn on the net for now or something like that, so that this app will work for sure. But all the way, like it's a very good app. Yeah, I love that idea. Good job.
To make the app more engaging, I think like using the streak, like encourage users to unlock for more ringtone, for more song.
Okay.
People love to hear like their favorite song in the morning, so they can feel awake, not like you sleeping. So that is something you can think about how engage user engaging using the app, and could be in the future like buying song, buying ringtone. Those things help the business to run even monetization model. That's it.
The one thing that I want to explain because of the feedback, because already it's based on the Android app. I just explained just simply why we choose only for the Android things is, although the app is built with the React Native, which is on the cross-platform development, but we intentionally focus on the Android because since our app is an alarm application, so it relies heavily on the Android native app system, and also like the background, the execution, the features. That's why we use only for the Android. And given our project timeline, it was so short.
So that's why we want to show a complete Android the experience, not just for the iOS. Because Android and iOS the task is different, as you know. That's why. Thank you.
Thank you, Team WaWa. Yeah, I was hoping they would make that clear, and it was a great question. Very rarely we have projects that are exclusively native iOS or native Android. Quite often, as our panel knows, they're generally React Native for just the versatility, the scalability, in market. But it was very, very fun to have a team take on this challenge because it's not often we have native Android. So thank you again, Team WaWa.
Thank you so much.
We have our last one, Curio team. While they're sitting up, does anyone here have children that are younger, I guess? Younger children? No one has children. One person has children. A few people have children. So this application, I give a little bit of intro as they're setting up, is for those younger humans, right? And we want them to explore, learn a bit of the world. You hand them your phone and hope nothing bad happens. And so this team took on a challenge of a different environment.
Okay everyone, once again thank you for coming. My name is Fernando, UX UI design lead. And now it's time to talk about Curio. Curio is an app that transforms everyday objects into learning explorations. So let's imagine a typical afternoon. A child comes home from school, grabs a tablet or phone, and spends the next hours watching videos or just playing games. Technology has become an important part of children's lives, but many educational apps only focus on passive screen time instead of active discovery. As a result, children spend less time discovering the world around them, and they miss opportunities to learn through real experiences. That's the problem we want to solve with Curio. Curio is an app that transforms everyday explorations into learning experiences. Using camera object recognition, children can point their phone at real objects to identify them and start learning instantly. After each discovery, Curio provides fun facts and feedback that makes learning feel enjoyable and easy to be learned. After each discovery also, they get more achievements, they unlock new levels, and they build their exploring journal, making learning feel like a real adventure. But before designing Curio, we analyzed the existing apps in the market such as Khan Academy, iNaturalist, or Google Lens. Each app does one thing really well, either whether it's education or just camera recognition. None of them makes all these features in one single experience. And that's the gap we want to complete with Curio. So now, it's time to see Curio in action because it's demo time.
Hi, I'm Naomi, full stack developer, and I'll be the parents user in this demo.
Hi, this is Amy, full stack developer. I will be the child in this demo.
Curio is amazing app that helps kids learn about new things and explore the world through the support of the AI. Let me show you how it works. This app is designed kids for ages 5 to 7, so it's from kindergarten to grade 2. It's perfect for my kids. Let me create an account for her. And then she's in kindergarten, and choose her button. Okay, and let her play. Before the top rate, I just want the screen timer for her. The default is 15 minutes, but it might not be enough, so let's do 30 minutes today. All done. Let's hand the phone to Amy and let's see what she explores today.
Okay, so my mom said I can play this game for 30 minutes today. Let me see, what is this? It seems I need to start this game from the start activity button here. Let's tap this. Wow, there's so many categories. It seems so fun. I want to start from shapes, maybe.
Round circle. Can you find something perfectly round? Look for circles around you.
Okay, so now I need to find something circle. I do have a kitty. Her face seems circle for me. Let's count this. No, why? It should be circle. Uh-oh. Okay, let me try again. I do have my snacks here. Let me try this one. This should be circle.
Oh my god. I love that.
Oh! Perfect.
Mission complete. You scan donut. Donuts are round and... Mission complete. You scan donut. Donuts are round and sweet. They can be pink or chocolate. Some have sprinkles on top.
Yes, I knew it. This is circle. And it tells me a lot of new things. I'm gonna learn a lot here. Okay, I want to try one more actually. Let me try color. Okay, so now it says I need to find something blue. Do I have something blue around here? Let me see. Yes, I do. There is something blue.
Bago.
Oh, is this? Oh, why? Try something else. Shouldn't be. This is blue. No, one more. One more time. Again, why? Why? What does it mean, Mom?
This means you scan something that's not safe. Whenever you see this screen, just scan something else or come find me, okay?
Okay, I understand, Mom.
Okay. Now let's check your progress and how many things you scanned. Oh, you already scanned one thing and unlocked one achievement. Good job. And then your next task is to complete 5 tasks. You want to see what it looks like if you keep playing?
Yes, of course.
Yes, all right. Let's see how your brother is doing in this game. Remember, only parents can access to the parent setting, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So let's use his, let's use your brother's account and scan something. How about we try foods this time? It says apple. Do we have apple?
Yes, we do have one here.
Okay, let's scan this.
Mission complete. You scanned apple. Apples are a type of fruit that grow on trees. They come in many colors, like red, green, and yellow. Apples have...
See how the fun box detail more because he is in grade 2.
Oh, so that he gets to learn more.
Yes, you get the fun box like this soon too. Okay, now let's check how many achievements he has unlocked. He's already unlocked the 8 achievements and completed build 15 fun facts. He's already become a Curious Explorer.
Wow, seems cool. I want to get Curious Explorer too.
Yes, keep exploring and learning, and then you'll catch up. Ready for next scan?
Yes.
That's Love's Up demo. Thank you so much.
Amazing demo. Investors, please call us. So, next, keep going. For our branding, the goal was to create a visual identity that feels easy to be recognized and friendly. The name Curio comes from the words curiosity and exploration, which is the main purpose of our app. For the logo, we're featuring a fox, an animal known for its curiosity. And we also developed a nature-inspired color palette and selected eVietnam Pro for its readable and clean typography. To make this app even more engaging, we made a friendly fox mascot called Scout that guides the users through the whole app, along with a collection of animal avatars so they can personalize their profiles. And to maintain a consistent user experience, we made a reusable UI kit that includes buttons, icons, progress bars, etc. Using this design system allowed us to maintain an intuitive and child-friendly interface while making the app easier for the users. Curio also encourages curiosity with gamification. A user can explore 6 different categories, pass through 5 levels, and unlock 15 achievements. This gives them a sense of progress and keeps them motivated to continue exploring and learning. But before designing the interface, we mapped the complete user journey. Creating this user flow helped us to identify every decision point and ensure the app remains simple and intuitive for both parents and children. After we made the user flow, we translated into this low-fidelity wireframes. This helps us to validate the layout, the organization, and the complete experience before investing time in the final visual design. Creating the structure first helps us to quickly identify improvements and again make a more simple and intuitive app. And finally, we moved all this information into these high-fidelity mockups, applying Curio's branding, color palette, and the complete user design system. This is the final visual experiences. We transform this information into real life through a polished and child-friendly interface. But now, let's talk about the development process with my teammate, Misayo.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Misayo, full stack developer. I would like to talk about tech stack. Here's our tech stack. We use Figma for wireframe and mockup, and Illustrator to create mascot character and logos. On development side, OpenAI identifies scanned object and creates fun facts based on the child grade. JWT handles secure login, making sure that every parent and child account safe. Let's see our security feature. Security is one of our top priorities, making sure the safe environment for children. First, child-centered identity. Every child in Curio has their own profile, journal, achievement, and activities. Every parent can have many children using this app, and every child has their own learning journey path. The second is parent-first authentication. Every Curio experience starts with parent. Parent must have an account and log in with their email address and password. Every child account is linked to verified parent account. The backend makes sure the account does not exist already and encrypt the password with bcrypt before saving it. That means password is protected. And the third one is AI-powered safety. Every time child scans an object, AI identifies what it is, and the backend marks the object as safe, risky, or highly dangerous. The second security scan checks the object with using specific keywords. Only when both security checks identify as safe, the journey continues. If the object is inappropriate for children, such as weapon, chemical, or medication, the Curio switches off right away and provide guidance and suggest them to scan something safe. Let's see our future possibilities. The first one is scan history. User can check their past activities to deepen their knowledge. The second one is leaderboard and competition features. It shows the user's ranking and to make them more motivated and encouraged. The third one is expansion of our age range. By introducing contents for older children, we can expand our user base and support children as they learn with Curio for longer time. To wrap things up, I'd like to share a bit about the team behind this project. Amy is project manager and full stack developer, and Jefferson is co-lead full stack developer, and Naoyu is full stack developer, and I'm Misayo, co-lead full stack developer. And we have 2 designers. Fernando is lead UI UX designer, and Priscilla is UI UX designer. We are a talented group of developers and designers who are eagerly looking for our next challenges. Here's our LinkedIn contact. So if you are looking for passionate talents, we are happy to connect with you. And also, please feel free to scan our landing page to review Curio. Thank you.
Let's start on the other side again.
Hi team, good job. I really like the safety feature because when kids just look naive or something dangerous object in the house, then your camera will send it to the AI and it will automatically say that okay, this is dangerous, please try something else. That's a really good thing. Couple of feedback from my side. When you guys are taking the picture for that object and sending it to OpenAI servers, the focus icon is still on the screen and the loader is at the bottom. So maybe you can shift the loader from the bottom to the middle or remove focus icon, because I was confused at that time, okay, is this loading or is this something, but then I saw okay, there is a loader at the bottom. So that might improve your accessibility for kids, because kids doesn't look all over the screen, the focus is on the center of the screen. So that might improve. And yes, I think for the passport field there is no placeholders. So if you guys just add all the placeholders for all the input fields, that would be really great. And overall, it's a very good app for kids. And yeah, I love it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the wonderful presentation. I really like the focus on the kids' curiosity and the app. The main feature of the app being, like this, after scanning the object, it will show all the detail about these objects. I think that will really entertain a lot of kids. And while making all those details showing up from the image analysis, you guys also maintain the safety of the kids by having the process of security built in. So that's great. And I think as a feedback, I think it will be even better if you have more like feedback on each actions, like sounds, the animations, all those things will make it more engaging for the kids. Like for example, I think you guys have the experience points, so those like showing how much you gain after taking each object will be great, and which achievement you got, like showing up on the screen will be nice as well. So I think that will make it more engaging. Yeah, I think that overall that I really like the playful design of the application, and
Thank you team for the presentation and the demo. Congratulations. And I really like talk about the design perspective. I realized the color choice as they like fake the warm colors and also the curricular, like to just not only for the branding, but also is something that could attract and keep the children, the kids more be engaged using the app. And the way you choose to have the persona, like dual persona model, like one for kids and one for mom, it is exactly like very smart choice. Like you target to two different user audience here. Like, and mom be concerned about the kids and also be concerned about the safety for the kids, and also for the kids, like engaging them to explore the world by using the app scanning and get more information about, because they in their age, from 8 to 7, they are more curious about everything. And one thing I like is like the safety checks. Yeah, I think you guys, when the kid capture the camera, the picture goes to 2 layers. The first thing is verify the image, and also the like evaluate like the risk of that. One thing I would love to see is, let's say I give my phone for my kids and my kids capture like a few pictures, and when he bring the phone back to me, if I can see like what exactly the picture, the object that they have captured, so I can see like is it safe for my kid to use the app or not, so I can like if the object and then is verified safe for children, so I will be more comfortable to keep my kid using the app. And it's very wide choice in the typography, although like when I look at closely to the wireframe, I feel like they are a different font family, but it's just not so sure that is it because of my eyes or not. But I do see that, but I'm not so sure. I really like the choice like to use the Vietnam flow. I know the font where it's come from. We used to work together with that's the artist. And for I watched your proposal, like in the very last page you mentioned about like you did some usability testing. That actually makes me curious, like, but so if like could you share with me a bit like what's the most surprising thing you learned from the test?
Jefferson.
Well, for the usability test, we actually, before we made a lot of interviews with parents and their children, and they all mentioned that the main thing that they're worried about is about the security. In this usability test, we actually discovered that part of the security, because yes, children actually were taking pictures of everything, literally everything. So we discovered that we need to make security one of our best features, because yes, it was kind of hard to do the app, because the app needs to recognize which one is a risk or which one is not. So it was kind of a risk. It was kind of difficult, but in my opinion, that was the most difficult part.
Thank you for sharing that. Okay, that's a very awesome presentation and demo. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, really great presentation, and really great summary of the problem in the very beginning. I think it was very easy to understand the problem you're trying to solve. And again, just echoing the feedback, really great approach on addressing the security, the screen time, the parent login, and the security feature for non-safe risky objects. So I think that's really great. A couple of areas to improve on would be it would have, because you mentioned that this is for 5 to 7 years old, it would be great to see if the content of the product would change if the age range would be different. So it would have been interesting to see. And then I think this celebration, when the mission is successful, could be improved, because kids are very visual, so it would be great to make it more entertaining. And one area also to improve is the awards, the badges, the achievements, because I'm not quite sure if kids would understand or have a good grasp of what those badges mean. So it would be great if you have a feature where it's parents can configure the awards and they could make it more like tangible and relatable to kids. So it could be like, if you get 5 streaks, you get ice cream, for example. So it's more encouraging for them, because having like 5 badges for a kid doesn't really mean anything. So making it more like relatable for them would be more encouraging. And then for UI, just be mindful of contrast in your buttons. Some text in the button, I think it was a secondary button, that's not very legible. And similar to feedback from the other team, make sure that your primary button stands out, because it's also green, similar to your header and your footer, so it blends into the rest of the UI. When you have a primary button, you want to make sure that it always stands out. But overall, I really love the security feature, and yeah, great work. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Team Curio. Right. So a few things are going to happen as I slide behind that. Is the panel is going to disappear just for a few minutes, and I'm going to put their projects on the screen here for us all to see while they deliberate. They'll be picking the best of show. All right, thank you everybody for your attention and your time, and of course to the panel again for deliberating. We have a few awards to wrap us up in our final capstone event, our final event ever, but you know, we wanted to make it fun and exciting, and I think it was a great success here. So we have a few awards, again, the projects here at the front. So our first one we're going to start with is our Mobile Development Choice Project. And we're in, maybe one or the whole team to come up for, but I have to sign them after, so don't give it that. The Mobile Dev Choice is Team FixBee. One person can come up, get up here, and then I'll sign up for the rest of the team. Very nice. So FixBee Mobile Dev Choice. Very nice. All right. Our next one is Mobile Design Choice. Any guesses? I heard it whisper somewhere. It is Curio. All right. Our fun one is Most Bugs Bashed. I think what it was over 60, I think, for this team, was WaWa. Most Bugs Bashed.
How do I get it?
Someone's looking suspicious here. All right. Maybe we'll do a really quick one. What was our audience choice? What do we think would make some noise for? Who likes FixBee? Who likes WaWa? And Curio. A lot of very close now. All right. So the panel choice, the deliberation for best of show for the very last Web and Mobile capstone is WaWa. I sense some excitement. A little bit of excitement. So again, I'll sign it for you when you come. All right, that brings us to the end of our Capstone Project. Yeah, you have Capstone there. Okay, so as I wrap up, I want to just a few closing notes about, our program is ending, but as it ends, something often begins, and there's also a few things that already exist, which is kind of nice. So for those that did know a little bit about WaWa, it was a post-degree program. So there are options for those prospective students, whether you know someone or someone who knows that is interested in the design side of the digital space. There is a program called Design Formation that has been around for quite some time, very successful program that has a lot of architecture, graphics, installations, a lot of really fun things that happen in Design Formation. I would have loved Design Formation, Tyler, working with your hands a lot. If you want to have more something on the digital side, close to what WaWa Mobile does, but a little bit different, another option that has recently become available is Digital Media Design, DGMD. So DF and DGMD are options that are currently available to any prospective students, and they're all in creative arts, same place that WaWa Mobile lives. And next year there will be another program, AIP, that you can come up and talk to me about a little bit. It's the Artificial Intelligence App and Design and Development Program that will be coming later next year. So there are still options. None of these are post-degree options. And if you're interested, of course, reach out to us on the faculty side, anyone that can help you with that information. And of course, there's some websites there to give you some guidance there. So, the end of WMD, but it's not the end of learning and innovation and great ideas that come from the classroom from Langara. So thank you again to everybody who came to join us to celebrate 10 years of WMD, celebrate our students, the faculty, the projects, everything that has happened over the 10 years. I hope you enjoyed the final show. We enjoyed having you here, and of course, enjoyed having our students celebrating them and their projects. Thank you. Please have a good night.